Coming right up, the Hornets taking on the Trailblazers. For the Hornets, they pride themselves on each and every step that leads to victory. The preparation, the focus. Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with David Aldridge on our sideline. Let's take a look at our starters for Portland. The guard pair are Henderson and Sharp. Then it's Avdija. Then there's Clingan, and it's Kamare in at the power forward. And for the Hornets, up at forward, it's Miller and Bridges. All out there with G, and it's Fresh in at the 5 spot. Greg, we know that both these teams have had a difficult stretch recently and are hoping to turn things around in this one.
Yeah, it's a new opportunity, and Kevin, I expect each side to be hungry and motivated to get this win, and if not, the struggles will continue.
Here's G, defended by Sharp, past the ball. Rebounded by Kamare.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Here's Sharp. No good with the triple. To the middle. Here's Fresh, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
Tell you what, he is a really special passer, LaMelo Ball. His ability to fit all kinds of passes into really small windows, phenomenal.
Now, here's Sharp. On the mark with the 15-footer.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Tie game here in Charlotte. And we'll be back with you right after this. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Just a terrific first quarter, sparked really by their unselfishness.
Yeah, and you know, so many of their hoops came off an assist, which is a good sign of ball movement and sharing that ball.
And Portland with the ball. Here are the 5 Portland has to start the second quarter. Avdija out there with Williams. Then there's Scoot Henderson. Then there's Grant, and it's Krejci in at the 2 spot. Here's Salon. He's covered by Grant. Driving the lane. It's tipped. Pass to Diabate. Sexton deciding where to go with it. 6 on the shot clock. That one drops for him.
And sometimes it seems like Sexton wants to get hit on the way up. He just embraces the challenge.
Personal foul. First team foul.
The Hornets shooting their first free throw of the game here.
The line for your Hornets, Colin Sexton, shooting 1.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now Henderson. Sexton grabs the board.
And this will be the last possession of the quarter if they're patient.
Yeah, they've got to hold for the last shot here.
And that's all you can do on defense. Sexton just remarkable at maintaining control on those difficult physical finishes.
Here's Grant. Offline from the top of the key. And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Hornets on top. They lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey everybody, good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The first quarter for the Hornets was fairly even. Their field goal percentage was a robust 50% in the and that
We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. It's been quite a game for Collin Sexton.
And even with the defense shading towards him on every trip down, he still finds a way to come up big.
Well, we're not surprised by that. No more than what we've come to expect of him. He can adapt and adjust to anything a defense tries to throw at him.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Up it forward, it's Miller and Bridges. G is out there with ball, and it's fresh in at the 5. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Here's Avdija. Hornets with the rebound.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
And that one's good, fresh.
Loving the energy right now here in the third quarter as they try to take control of this game.
And I really think this is the time to do it because this is a real important juncture in the ball game right here.
Henderson outside. Drills it from outside. Henderson's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
A part of Henderson's game that's improving. Nice to see him build some confidence from behind the line.
Henderson against Ball. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
First personal
It's
foul.
on Scoot Henderson.
Team foul.
Yeah, how about the body control on that one? Narrowly misses getting the deuce.
Boy, he had a
Two
nice
shots.
look at it after drawing the foul. Boy, it would have been nice to get an and one there.
That's good from Ball. So both teams making some changes here. Good on both.
Sensing an opportunity here to increase the lead and capitalizing on it.
And so it's Charlotte with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're feeling very confident, shooting the ball with great efficiency and dictating the pace. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
Served him up a tasty room service dime right there, boy.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. And on the floor for Portland here in the fourth, we've got Murray. He's out there with Grant. Matisse Thybulle's out there with Rob Williams. And it's Krejci in at the shooting guard. Sexton for 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And not sure they've got enough time to save themselves.
It doesn't look good, even with a quick bucket here.
And mid-range isn't exactly Grant's go-to spot, but he takes a focused shot there and gets it to go.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So Portland ends up going with the new group. So they foul intentionally.
Portland foul. Scoot Henderson. Second
He hits the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, I tell you, I like Ball's mental makeup for such a young guy. Plays with patience and the wisdom of a 10-year vet, and he produces in every area.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 6. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
They're trying to stay alive. They've got to work quickly.
They're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass to not waste too much time at all.
Here's Sharp. They get the rebound. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Personal foul. Third team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts them up by 5.
And how about the explosiveness of Sexton? A crafty floor general who is consistent in how hard he attacks the defense.
Now a timeout called by Portland. They're trailing by 6. We've got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Colin Sexton.
Yeah, you know, he kept out-dueling the defense over and over. No matter how hard they worked to keep up with him, it didn't faze him. His shooting percentage clearly reflects how unstoppable he was.
Here's Avdija, and it's blocked. And they get it back. Sharp against Sexton. Sharp, the pass to Henderson. The tray. It's rebounded by Charlotte, and he commits the intentional foul.
First personal foul. Fourth team foul.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead.
Miles Bridges.
So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point game. 8 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now the pass to Thibault. Murray for 3. No good that time. So it's Charlotte picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big